Hi guys, Boatsauce here. Welcome back to part 2 of the tutorial series of Life is Feudal. In this one I'm going to talk about the basics that a Forester will have, or like the basic skills that a Forester has and the basic useful skills that the Forester has. First of all, a Forester is not just about collecting wood or, you know, cutting down trees or anything like that. Of course, it is about collecting wood at the start. You make your houses and all that with. But it goes deeper than that. I will talk about that later on. Focusing a lot of points on this forestry tree here, this entire queue here, will make it a lot easier for yourself in the long term when you have a huge base. It will make the process of cutting down trees and all that faster and more easier, and you will get more resources when you do something with the wood. Here you can see my friend running around cutting down trees and all that. But it is not just about cutting trees and collecting the wood. You can also make some other stuff with the wood, like weapons, for instance, and furniture. And let's see who this is. It's just Lovecraft. He's just checking us out. So yeah, speaking of furniture, I'm going to show you how you make it. You just click on the ground, go to carpentry, and to be able to do this, of course, you need the carpentry skill, which is this one here. We're at level 63, we don't really need more than that. So you just right click on the ground, go to carpentry, construct furniture, and here you can see a neat list of all the furniture that you can build at this given moment. So if you go for, let's say, chair and click on build, you will see this yeah, like chest board kind of texture here, and you can just move it around. You know, this is the y-axis in this case, this will be the x-axis, and this is the z-axis, which means turning it around or rotating it. And if you click on build, this will show up. Oh, this board will show up, and if you right click on this and construct furniture, you will see all the ingredients that you need to make this. In this case, you need softwood board and bone glue, but yeah, I don't really know how to get those. I think bone glue is made by boiling bone that you got from animals, and well, the softwood plank is really easy. Actually, I can show you that in a second. But yeah, let's see. If you want to cut down a tree to get wood, the first thing that you should do is inspect it to see what kind of resources you will get from it. There we go. So this is a major maple tree. It has 5 barks if you go for the barks, 10 branches if you want to get sticks or branches, and it has 1 maple tree sprout. And if you want to get the max out of this tree, I would recommend getting some 10 branches first, and then getting the barks, and then, you know, getting a maple tree sprout, and then cutting it down to do something with the log. So yeah, that will actually, you know, that's actually a pretty good idea. It will give you a ton more resources if you want to process one tree. A maple or a major maple tree, this tells you about the size of the tree, and this also gives you information about the possibility of it dropping a log. If it's actually less than medium, so if it's a small tree, it won't give you a log. It has to be medium and above, so medium, major, and I don't know if it's an, you know, a uber tree or something like that, or a godlike tree, or a monster tree. So yeah, if it's medium or major, it will give you a log if you cut it down, and a log looks like this, of course. Yeah, you guys already seen this probably. And to make weapons, you need, let's see, actually to make furniture you need the boards. So saw out a board, and that is one of your ingredients if you want to make that chair. But another thing what you can do is saw out a billet, and a billet is basically like a small piece of wood, which you can use as fuel. That's like the major use for it of hardwood. But the thing is, if you process a billet even more and make charcoal out of it, you get 4 times the amount of energy out of it, so you can make your furnace burn for 4 times longer. So really important to do that. Also, you can saw building logs, which is used for making buildings. General action, lift an object like the Superman you are. That's like 400 pounds or something like that. It's just impossible. Let's just place it. There you go. So that's like the base or the basics about creating furniture. I'm not gonna create it yet because we don't need it, and I don't have bone glue, and my friends are really working on their base, so I don't want to steal their resources, of course. But it is really straightforward. You know, I will talk about farming and all that later on, so I will definitely show you guys on how to make bone glue and, you know, connect it with this video later on and tell you guys how you can make furniture and make your house nice and cozy. So that's about furniture. The rest is just straightforward. You just right click on the ground, go to carpenting, furniture, you can just click on workbench, place it, a board shows up and tells you the resources you need to make it. So just go nuts with that. Now we will focus on making weapons. The thing you need to make weapons, and in this case bowcraft, you need a knife. Right here, and this is a primitive tool. Again, if you don't know how to make those, you just right click on a branch, go to Forrestry, create primitive tool, and you just look for a primitive knife, and here you can see that you need one flintstone and one branch, and you just click on craft and tada, knife. So how to make weapons: right click on your primitive knife, go to bowcraft and click on bowcraft. Here you can see all different bows that you can make, including the ammunition. Really cool. We cannot use them yet, it's not implemented yet. So yeah, let's see. Let's say we want to make a longbow. We would need hardwood board, one of those, and one linen rope. Let's say we want to have a simple bow. We've already created 2 of these. You just need 2 wild plant fibers and 1 branch. So really easy to make this, even if you're you know, just a fresh spawn. Arrows, of course, you need to also make those. You need 1 feather and 1 hardwood billet. It just keeps going and going. Heavy bolt, which is hardwood billet, feather, and metal band to make it really strong. And you can even make fire arrows here, really nice, with the L.COL or the naphtha. And the naphtha is like a chemical substance that the alchemy guy makes. And the alchemy guy is right here, so that takes a lot of time to make, or a lot of points to spend on there, and a lot of time to actually get those points. So yeah, alright, let's talk about the different types of trees and the different types of wood they get or give. Hardwood usually comes from trees that are, again, like I said, at least medium sized, and the type of trees that give you are elm, maple, birch, oak, and willow. Elm, maple, birch, willow. So write those down. The trees that give you softwood are pine and apple, and those are like the smallest trees, and they don't give you logs either because they are, you know, small of size. Hardwood is used for weapons, building blocks. Let's go to the base while we're talking about this. Building blocks and hardwood charcoal. So as I said, 1 hardwood billet equals 4 hardwood charcoals. So definitely process those pieces of billets. Softwood is used for handles, for your weapons, and for just general crafting. Like if you just need a piece of wood on something that is almost entirely metal, you just, you know, just use softwood. Let's see. I will also give you guys a nice little update of the base so far. They have spent like a full week almost on this entire base. It's just, it's looking really nice. There you can see them all working, and one is digging, terraforming ground, other one is carrying a big ass log with him. Here you go. This is the base so far. You can see a nice tower, you can see a bloomery coming up, blacksmith shop, alchemist table, tanning tubs, you can go in there and tan, loom, and a spinning wheel, small plaster house. So there's a lot of good stuff coming up, and it'll definitely be a huge thing. And those logs there are just thrown in the air by our friends. I have no idea how they did that, but it'll it'll go away. Otherwise, we don't care. We'll just process those by building like a giant tower, and thank them later for all the wood. So yeah, that was it so far. Actually, no, I forgot one thing. It is not implemented yet, but you can make warfare engineering. If you get that, the icon looks like a giant catapult. So yeah, definitely worth it, guys. Just upgrade this all the way and just wait for it to be implemented. And the next step that I will do is probably become like perhaps a farmer or anything, or an architecture. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And I'm probably going to be like a cavalry guy with a warhorse or something like that. So that was it for this one then. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do all the good stuff. Please subscribe and I will post more videos, and I will see you guys back in the next one.